Meltzer is back on TalkSport.
Yes,
Once
I'm back.
more.
I am.
Look at the way he holds the mic.
It's that long Alex Trebek one. No, sorry. It's Price is Right. Price is Right.
He's looking for help. Who's going to give it
Calling
to
a
him?
friend. Price is Right. Bob Barker.
Ah, there you go.
Whoa,
See,
what we're
everyone
talking
now
about.
is like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
They didn't want to help you at the
What am I
time.
thinking about?
Yeah.
Jeopardy.
Here we are again. And do you know what? Just in the last week since we spoke, there's been a few developments.
Yeah.
Your crown.
Mm-hmm.
I saw what happened to that royal piece of property
Yeah.
yesterday on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Tell me there's plans for a new crown.
Of course there are. There were. I'll tell you this. I have had an image in my mind of what I wanted my crown to become, but that crown, the first crown, baby's crown, it didn't feel good seeing him smash it because I know that something would be done. Let's say that I were to steal the Universal Championship and I destroyed it in the ring. Something would be done, yeah?
Repercussions.
Yeah. Because you mess with Roman's toys, you get smacked on the hand. But if Roman messes with your toys, you can't even get a DQ victory, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it hurt for many reasons, but mainly because I'm well aware that with his island of relevancy, I am on a boat currently, and I'm lucky that he is there. Kofi will be back soon, but it's an uphill battle fighting Roman. He's not only been champion for 400 plus days with Paul Heyman, he's got influence behind the scenes. How do you fight from two different ends? So it's rough. It's rough, but as far as my crown goes, we got something in the works, and it's coming, and it's going to be good. It's going to look clean, and I will be so excited to have it on my head as I'm drop-kicking Roman into the 7 layers of hell, and I am taking his championship to hold it over my head, which will still be over his head because he'll be in the 7 layers of hell.
Yes.
Trying to fight his way up, and he won't be able to get out.
Another development since we last spoke. My GM mode's back.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. That
It
must
is.
be welcome news to you.
Yeah, it's interesting. So hopefully the 2K22 does very well. Hopefully we get some fun things out of it. I have not yet got to play it, so I cannot eloquently speak on it. I don't want to put the cart before the horse or anything. But from what I've
Promising
heard,
sign.
yeah, what's that?
Promising signs, though.
Yeah. Hopefully. Because I feel like, especially in the video game world, I've been promised things before. By many video game companies, and they're not giving them, and felt hurt by it, and felt upset. So I'm just hoping that everything goes well, and that everything runs smoothly, and that people enjoy it.
Speaking of things that people enjoy, there is a clip that likes to circulate Twitter every now and again, and it's a certain Booker T on
Okay.
commentary
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
in TNA.
Yeah, Black Snow.
Okay. He's like,
nah.
I'm gonna get kick on Creed.
Bro.
There comes the big boot.
It's so funny the way things resurface like that, like funny clips, because it might go away for like 8 months, and I think, oh, this happened like a decade ago, and then it'll pop back up, and then I see like 18 billion likes. I'm like, y'all didn't see this 8 months ago when it came back up, and then it'll come up again like another 6 months later. I'm like, who keeps not seeing this video? And I keep getting I know what happened. I know he beat the hell out of me while he made jokes on a microphone. I was laughing too. It was funny to me too at the time.
You're trying to get beaten.
Yes, but good Lord. Give me something else.
Have you spoken to Booker about
it's
this?
so funny. No, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. As long as I haven't seen most other people. No, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Oh, Creed get up. Creed get up. Ah.
When he lands the boot, it's
Yeah. Like, what is that noise? That was an interesting time in life, just in general. So to be able to see stuff like that pop up, it is funny to see, and it is cool when people start bringing stuff back up again, because there's so many people that don't even know, like, that Consequences Creed was a thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Whole nother life.
Yeah. Right. Just this boxer kid from the streets, and I said, guys, I am neither. I'll tell you right now. I don't know if you realize this. I am not that.
Do you know what? Before New Day as well, and you were finding your feet in WWE, you teamed with R-Truth for a little bit.
Yeah.
And,
Wherever our truth goes, I just show up randomly as his friend. That's how I debut everywhere. Hey, here's our truth. Oh, who's that guy? I don't know. He followed him here. You can have a match.
Was that like a phase where you're just trying to figure things out as well, would you say? Like, before
No,
New
I
Day?
mean, so that's how I debuted somewhere else. And then I was like, oh man, I'm on the main roster. How am I coming in? Oh, you're going to come out with R-Truth. I said, wait. Wait, what? This is what I same thing?
Where did you get this?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, let's go. Truth is the man, though. He's hilarious. But yeah, so I was tagging with him for a little while, getting my feet in the water on the main roster, figuring out how to navigate things. Then stole Brodus Clay's theme music somehow. I didn't know that was in the contract that I signed for that match that day.
But there it is.
And the Funkadactyls came with me. It was a strange time. It was a strange time, and I'm not surprised that people didn't think it was the most exciting thing they've ever seen, because it wasn't not.
But your legacy is so because New Day has been running years.
Yeah.
It's probably a chapter of your career that people don't, I guess, don't touch on that much.
No, it's I don't know. A lot of people think, or I feel like a lot of people think that my career just started as like, hey, you're Xavier Woods of New Day. Like that's like the first time they saw me. And it's like, no, I was doing a lot of stuff, trying to get on TV for a long time. But that intro to, I guess, the Xavier Woods character in WWE is always definitely a fun time because, like I said, Truth is the man. It was fun just getting the chance to be on the roster and have matches. I specifically remember I got to have a match with Fandango one night, Johnny Curtis, and we felt like we killed it. And I remember I hadn't gotten to have a match in a few weeks, and we had that match, and I just remember feeling so good to be able to get the chance to wrestle.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I try to harken back to. Is like, hey, remember when you were sitting in catering and you weren't getting a chance to even be on the show in any capacity? Because there was no 24/7 title. Like, hey, if you're not doing much, run around and chase. You wouldn't even get to do that. And so, so being able to have a match and just be happy that I got to wrestle, that's kind of what I always harken back to after matches. It's like, no matter how big the match is, no matter what country it's in, no matter what show it's on, I'm happy to get to wrestle. And I think once that feeling goes away, then I've got a problem. But I've still got it. I've still got that mentality, at least for right now.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that it's good to feel that it hasn't gone away.
And I was speaking to my friends over at Sportskeeda a while ago, and they were saying that they'd asked you about specific goals, because King of the Ring is a very specific goal.
Yeah.
Have you got some other ones that you would like to kind of tick off in your career?
I would love. So they asked me a question similar, and I don't want to. I don't know. This will probably sound weird. I have a bunch of them, but I don't necessarily always want to put. I have a certain order in which I want them to come out.
Yes.
And when I hit when I hit my goal, then I start pushing towards my next goal, and I start putting it out there, because I don't know. I feel like if I'm trying to, and this will sound incorrect, but I'll explain in a second. I feel like if I'm trying to do multiple things at once, then I'm not going to be able to put enough energy towards that one thing.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as in wrestling and video games. I mean that as in what I'm doing in wrestling. I try to focus on one specific thing, obtain it to the maximum that I can obtain it, and then shoot for the next thing. So for me, first thing was tag team wrestling. Okay, everything I've ever heard is like, oh, tag teams aren't a thing because they're paying for two airplanes. There's two airplanes. They're paying for two flights. I don't know what's wrong with me. But all those things that would deter someone from wanting to be a tag team wrestler. And to me, that's my favorite kind of wrestling. It's gorgeous. It's the most beautiful art that you can make, to me, in wrestling. Everybody's got their thing. And so I said, I want to be in a tag team that does some things, that changes something, that has an impact. And we got to do that. And like I said, to the nth degree. And so once we hit that threshold, then I started putting King of the Ring out there. I said, okay, cool, it's time for this. Let's start talking about it. Then they had the tournament in 2019. I wasn't in it. I was hot.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody in their right mind talking about King of the Ring. It's been like me. And so when the tournament came back around and I got to be in it, after turning the heat up a bunch on social media, I feel like people started to really understand what it meant to me specifically. And I don't know if they began to feel like that. I think maybe some people did start to revere it a little bit more and say, man, he wants this for real. This isn't I'm coming to beat you up and take your title. This is, man, since I was a kid, I really wanted to be king. And it's not like a promo getting cut in front of a camera to talk about it. These are the real emotions and the way that I really feel about this. And I think being able to best translate that to people in the way of social media really, really made a difference for me, at least, in this year's tournament. And so my next goal will come when I feel like I've established myself as king. Right now, we're seeing the evolution of Xavier Woods into essentially king would, what it takes to become a king, figuring that out, understanding how to work within the confines of your new realm. But once that's settled, then I'm shooting for a singles Mania match with Cesaro.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I do too. I do too.
I mean, some time with that would be.
Right? I honestly, you know what? I want to see anything with Cesaro.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If I was in charge, this man he'd be that picture of Ultimo Dragon with all the titles. That would be Cesaro. If I was in charge.
Listen, my GM mode. I want to see it. I want to see it. I've got a few to finish on. Quick fire here. It's a bit more personal to Xavier Woods here. What was your first car?
My first car, a Toyota Camry. I believe it was a '97 green. It was my parents, and they let me drive it.
So many people start with either a Toyota or a Honda.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the default answers here.
That's the car that people are comfortable giving away to a child. Hey, you're probably going to crash this, so take this one.
We'll take the hit. What was your first non-wrestling job?
My only non-wrestling... Well, no, because the G4s are non-wrestling jobs.
Sure.
It's actual job. So I worked at a daycare.
Okay.
So when I was in high school, I turned 17. I graduated when I was 17. I immediately went to the daycare that I went to when I was little, and I asked the boss, who was my teacher when I was little. She had gone up the ranks.
Austin's back.
Yeah. I said, because I'd go visit every now and then, and I go, hey, Miss Elizabeth, can I get a job? I need to pay for wrestling school.
For real, Miss Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her name.
Sorry. Yeah.
And she's like knows the Bagwells, which is really fun. Like it all.
You're making it up now.
No, it's Georgia, dude. Wrestling is Georgia.
Okay.
Like through and through. That's WCW headquarters, bro. Like Cobb County, like all that. You know the song Big Boss Man song?
I'm taking you seriously.
No,
I promise.
Big Boss Man song down in Cobb County, Georgia. That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
We were. If you were talking about WWF at the time at school on Tuesday,
Traitor,
bro.
Yeah,
you would get shunned. But we all secretly watched it. We just didn't talk about it with each other. It was like that in Georgia. So I've completely forgotten what you asked me.
First job, non-wrestling.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
So I go to her and I say, "Can I have a job? I'm gonna pay for wrestling school for this 3 months before I go to college." She's like, "Yeah, sure." So I worked at the daycare all summer, and then I went to school in Furman, in Greenville, South Carolina, at Furman University, and there was a La Petite Academy, shout out, up there as well. So they would transfer my stuff there, so I could work there during the school year, and then I'd work at the one at home during the summer. And I would do that to pay for wrestling school, then pay for gas to get to shows because I wasn't getting paid on the indies.
Yeah.
I'd get, $10, like maximum maybe 45, $50, and like a hot dog and a diet Sprite, Yeah. But like, we would just go all up and down the East Coast. Throughout college, we went to school 5 days a week. This is a very long-winded answer, I'm sorry. I'd go to a show Friday night, Saturday night, a show Sunday during the day sometimes, then a show Sunday at night. So we double up, do double shot, and then drive back to school for 8 a.m. class on Monday, and then do school Monday or do school Tuesday, and then do a show Tuesday night that was close to school. So I was wrestling 4 or 5 times a week for 4 years, all throughout college.
Jeez.
And actually, I got signed to the other place 6 months before I graduated college. So like, I didn't rush. I didn't do any of the Greek stuff. I didn't do any of the fun stuff on campus. Like, I was there to like learn and then
grind.
So that's always what I've known. Like, I've never really only had wrestling. I've always done wrestling with something else.
And Daycare Woods. I like it.
There we go. With the kids.
What was your last big purchase?
I'm going to tell you what it is right now. I have to look up what it's called. It's a it's called a theory board.
I knew it'd be gaming related.
No,
No?
it's music related.
Music. Oh, do you know? I've seen you in your guitar.
Yeah.
I've seen you be working on that.
So I'm lucky enough to have a passion for wrestling, a passion for games, and I found this passion for music, and I really love bass guitar, and I want to get good at it. Not to be in a band or anything. Like, if I am, cool, but I just want to be able to jam and feel good, because people who can play instruments like that, you could be having the worst day, but you pull out a bass guitar and you jam, you make that stank face, everybody around you starts making it too.
Listen, when you did da-down, 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 wow, I was like, oh yeah, I'm with it.
Feeling it, So this is a theory board. It's a way to, will show you guys later. It's a way to make music. So it has chords on the left and then there's the notes on the right. So it's just an easy way to make music if you can't play piano or you're just like making MIDI beats on Fruity Loops or something.
Yeah, you got like your own, it's like a mini production.
Yeah.
Like,
So
damn.
branching out, trying to do some things. Shout out Theory Board.
I love it. And finally, what's like the most memorable pep talk or just conversation you've had with Vince McMahon?
Oh, I thought, okay. I was going to say in life. Okay.
Everyone takes a second.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of pep talk.
Shayna had quite a good one. She was like, he pulled me over and said about how I work people on the ground and how I've got a locker room full of women who can put on great matches, but hardly anyone who could believably keep someone on the ground. And I was like, wow, Vince just laying it on her.
It's not a pep talk. Can I give 2?
Sure.
One, very short. When the Dudleys came back, they put me through a table, and obviously Devon is a mentor of mine.
Yeah.
So I did the shaky leg. He came in the back, and he goes like this. And he's like, all of us. And he goes, no, just you. I was like, oh.
Oh, no.
He goes, what was that? I said, Devon, dude. He's like, it's not the 80s anymore. I was like, yes, sir. And it was like funny. Like, we laughed. So I guess that's a little pep talk, but I guess a bigger one would be when Francesca debuted. So we were supposed to, they're like, we want you to sing New York, New York. And so at this point with New Day, we're just trying to everything to see where the line is. I was like, ask him if we can get a trombone. And I made our writer up, yeah, can we get a trombone? It's like, I'll see. And we're like, okay, they'll never give us a trombone. And then like an hour later, we're going to have a trombone. I said, wait, hold on. What? Because I could play. I said I could probably play the melody by ear. And so I figured it out. We played it. And I remember our props guy, one of them, Nick Dahl, he's down at the bottom of the ramp, and I'm supposed to hand the trombone to him. And I got done playing. I was like, you know what? I'm not in the match. I'm going to keep it because I'm never going to get to play trombone again, ever, during a wrestling match. So we'll see what happens. So the match is going on, and I start just playing trombone just throughout it. One of the camera guys comes up to me. He's crying. He goes, Vince is dying in the back. Keep playing it. Okay, cool. So we keep going through the next segment, and then we come in the back, and Vince is like, we don't like hang out, but I've never seen him like cry laughing like he was laughing. He was it was so funny to him. He was like, every time, I never want to see you without a trombone. Every time. I said, yes, this is somehow turned into something. And so I guess it's a pep talk. So that's a good job, kid.
There you go. A window into Vince's sense of humor is Woods playing trombone. I like it. Brother, it's been great having you on TalkSport once again.
Yeah.
King Woods himself. Thank you very much for gracing us with your presence. Very much looking forward to seeing you in your Survivor Series match tomorrow.
Thank you. The pleasure is all yours.
Always is. Thank you very much, my man. Appreciate you.